All right. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Let me just turn us up here. Good morning, guys. Welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. Good morning, Zoom guys. Morning, YouTube guys. Welcome back, everyone. Let me just make sure everyone's in here on Zoom and YouTube, and we'll dive right in. Let's make sure audio and video good. Awesome. Thank you, man. Good morning, guys. YouTube guys. Welcome back. If any guys are new here, my name is Aaron, also known as Aaron Trades. I've been trading for the past 7 years, mainly focused on gold futures here in the European session. So, be live with you guys for the next hour or so, and we'll see what we get for gold for the day. Before we do anything, guys, let's have a quick look at the news. But yeah, how's everyone's week been so far? Gold ended up having that continuation move yesterday, guys, that we spoke about. It was a little bit tough for me to catch. You know, we did take the break even yesterday, but our direction was perfect on gold. Absolutely perfect. So yeah, really nice call on the gold longs yesterday. So if you guys did get the gold longs that we've been speaking about this week, well done. Gold's been on an absolutely phenomenal run this week. And it's pretty much what we've been talking about. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, Corey. Welcome, guys. Welcome, everyone. Remember, guys, we spoke about coming into this week, gold to retest 3,400, then to come all the way back up into 3,450. And remember, guys, today is the final trading day of the month as well. So, although August has been still a good month, still a green month, it's been a much slower month. So I'm excited to get August out the way and dive into these more active winter markets. So hopefully everyone has had a good week so far. Gold has been on absolutely phenomenal run. We're up like 800 ticks this week, which is just insane. And we spoke about the buys yesterday and also the day before. And gold has been on just a crazy, crazy, crazy run. So we'll break down some liquidity levels for the day. But let me just have a look at the news. Let's see you guys' questions here. Good morning, Coach Hoop. Good to have you tuning in. Good morning, guys. Does this guy ever give out any good trades? Ones that hit. Was this your first time watching? Is your first time watching or what? Where have you been this week? You been sleeping this week? You had a lion this week? Shane's had a big line this week, blown his account, and then wondering if I can give him some signals. Well, if you were here this week, you would have got some good trades. But if you were waiting for me to say Shane, press buy now, yeah, you probably missed it. So today, guys, we do have just YouTube. We got core PCE price index 130 lunchtime. We also have Canadian dollar GDP as well. But we're pretty clean on the day. We did have some news yesterday, which ended up just continuing to break gold higher, which is what we spoke about as well. So gold has been on a very, very, very nice run. Very, very, very nice run. Hourly flip could be the move. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Yeah, don't ask, man. Don't ask, man. Don't ask. So obviously gold daily time frame, guys. Yeah, must have missed the 50 tick trade we got the other day. Yeah, we got what, 50 ticks on Tuesday. Nothing on Wednesday. Break even yesterday. Ended up pushing a lot as well, but Shane. You you missed the fun. You missed the good trades. And that's what these sessions are absolutely not about, guys. We're not here to spoon feed signals. I'm here to give you good analysis on gold, and for you guys to execute on your own. You will see me execute trades. Let's go to the 100, but I will not tell you when to buy and when to sell. So yeah, looking at this higher time frame on gold, guys. Remember, it is the final trading day of the month, so it's important to have a quick look at the monthly time frame, and it's looking like we are going to close very, very strong. I'm here for signals. Yeah, me too. I'm here for some as well. So if we could all share signals, then maybe we could all benefit. If everyone can give me some signals, that would be great. I'd like some as well sometimes, you know. Maybe I want some signals. Buy now, Aaron. What's the stop? Risk off what, 2,000? TP at 34.75. So yeah, gold has been on a huge run this month, guys. Good morning, Clays. Good morning, man. You know, coming into this month, I was actually anticipating the gold actually might have a little bit of a rollover and maybe come down for a bit of a pullback slower. However, we've just opened and just had an incredible push up this month. And it looks like, for the first time ever in gold, we're about to close back above at least 3,400. 3,450, we'll see how today goes, but we're at least going to close back above 3,400, which is very big for the higher time frame on gold. Closure above 3,400 is huge. Now, weekly time frame. Is this background music a little bit too loud, guys? Let me see if I can turn this down a little bit. I know you guys on Zoom can't hear it, but is it a little bit loud or is it good? Let me see. This is a signals class. Let me just see here. No, it's fine. Cool. So, obviously, guys, this is the whole reason that we were talking about longs this week on gold. I've been speaking about longs literally since we even started the week. You guys on Zoom, we spoke about longs. Let's get rid of these trades. We spoke about longs in our Monday morning market call, purely based off the fact that last week we tagged lows, we closed above 3,400, and to me that's a decent fake out confirmation. Last time we grabbed lows and closed back above 3,400, we wicked all the way back up into 3,500 and higher. Well, pretty much exactly what we're doing this week. You tag lows, close bullish, easy bullish buys coming into this week. Again, same thing here. Where was this? Friday, you had this beautiful tag the lows breakout. Bit doji on Monday. Tuesday came down, grabbed the lows, huge breakout. So we have pretty much hit every single level. You guys who were here early on in the week, go back and watch the earlier weeks in the stream, because we've been talking about these gold buys. And like I said to you guys, I'm not going to tell you when to buy and when to sell. If you want to follow along, you can. But what's more important is, you know, this week we have been able to call at least a 400 plus tick move up on gold. Now that's a very, very big move on gold. So that's why I say to you guys, you know, you want to become good intraday traders, get good at calling the higher time frame and knowing where the higher time frame wants to go before you start trying to jump down to the 5 minute looking for, you know, buy and sell opportunities. You use the higher time frame to paint the picture. We use the lower time frame just to execute. And if you can get good at understanding gold in the higher time frame, it will make your life much easier when you drop down. So lovely, lovely breakout here on gold daily time frame. Yesterday still closed bullish above 34.50. Here in Asia today, we have tagged yesterday's high, and we are having a little bit of a pullback. So what could we see here for today? Asia, again, nice sell-off here in Asia. It's what we kind of said in our end of day market call yesterday, that you're going to need a little bit of a pullback here. So we're now starting to get that pullback. Are we going to come down and maybe tag these 4 hour lows? Anyone trying to buy here stops below that 4 hour low. So you may get a little bit more of a squeeze lower here before we can potentially see that pullback. Coming into today, you know, given the fact that this week has pushed up, how much has this week pushed up? Where is it from the lows of this week? You know, we pushed up like 830 ticks this week, which is just huge. So a little bit of a pullback today could be expected. You know, we've been buying gold all week. We've only been buying gold this week, and we've been getting some great trades. So this week, given the fact that we have pushed up this much, is it time for a bit of a pullback on gold? Daily's going to find some resistance and, you know, pull back, potentially maybe come back down and retest these levels. I mean, we'll see. Right now, it's looking likely. You can see here in Asia, at 1 AM, you came up, liquidated the highs, closed bearish, continued selling off. Here, pre-London, you know, we've got 15 minutes till the London's going to open. You tag these highs and you're about to close bearish as well. So, to me, there's a possibility for gold to squeeze lower. I certainly wouldn't be buying if this hourly tags these highs, holds that VWAP level, and closes bearish. We might be getting for a bit of a pullback here on gold. Hey Dame, what's going on, man? Let's finish the week on a good note. Absolutely, man, absolutely. Hourly flip could be the move. I mean, let's see. You know, this hourly was nice here. You tagged the lows at 6 AM, you closed bullish. So buying this 7 AM candle would have been nice. However, you hit straight into resistance, hit into that VWAP, and now you're selling off. So, nice 30-minute morning star here. The only thing is on gold, where would you be wanting to pull gold back to? Because you are coming right into some pretty decent support levels. So I think this hourly closure is going to be key. Now, my preferred direction is obviously long, given the fact that daily is so strong. But remember, guys, we're here for the next, at the London Open, we're here for the next hour. So all we're trying to understand, what could potentially happen here in the next hour. Well, if we tag these highs and actually close bearish, top wick, and we may get a little bit of a short here. My preferred bias is obviously buying gold, especially, you know, you're tagging 4 hour lows. But again, if this hourly closes like this, we'll have to see some sort of support being formed. Maybe scalp a short down before then. There's a potential to get bought back up and come and retrace on this Asia move. Because right now, from Asia high to, you know, these pre-London levels, gold's down about 124 ticks. Well, the likelihood of gold just continuing to rip down with no sort of pullback is unlikely. So, spot previous daily high is untouched. Nice, good spot. Let me see. If it is, that's a very good spot. Let me just have a look here. Let's have a look at the daily time frame here on the spot. Oh yeah, great spot, man, great spot. Again, it's the reason to watch both. Daily time frame on the spot's looking beautiful, coming down for an instant bottom wick. So we could actually be looking for price to come back into that daily open level here. That could be a potential target here on gold. That spot chart is actually looking very nice for that daily to flip bullish. Let me just have a quick look at the 4 hour here on the spot chart. 4 hour tagging the lows, kind of holding some support. Potential 4 hour morning star play. See, the 4 hour currency to me is looking nice for longs, and the hourly flip is also looking good. My liquidity level on the spot would be 3 AM highs. So if we go on here, we'll mark 3 AM highs. Let me just change this back. That could be a liquidity level for the day. So I mean, ideally, if this wicks up, great. You know, like I say, I would rather go long, given the fact that gold is so bullish. And especially now looking at that spot chart. Well, I mean, my spot chart is the currency chart that I use on TradingView, guys. Currency hasn't grabbed the lows yet. Yeah. So did the spot chart not have that Asia liquidity grab? At what time was this? 1 AM. 1 AM. We did have a bit of a liquidity grab in Asia, but not as big as the futures. Futures came all the way up, tagged the daily highs, and then sold off. Spot didn't actually come anywhere near them daily highs. So it's not a bad level to start looking for some potential breakouts here. We've got the London Open in 13 minutes here, guys. Because London could be very interesting here for gold. If we start to wick up and flip, I'd love to continue buying gold. Now, stops could be, so if you're entering on the flip, what's that? Risking about 40 to see if you can make, you know, 60 to daily highs, about 80. So let's see. Let's see. Is it common for prices to go down like that on Fridays? I mean, when you have been this strong this week, remember, it's also the final trading day of the month. So final trading day of the month, a massive move on gold so far this week. Profit taking is expected. If buyers are taking profit, then there's the opportunity for sellers to pull this back a little bit. That's kind of what we're seeing here. Lots of people, you know, buying this move up on gold, which has been very, very nice. Now starting to take some profit. Look at that trade that we took yesterday here, guys, that Shane missed, unfortunately. These are the liquidity levels from yesterday, you guys who were on the stream yesterday. I unfortunately closed this at break even once you started holding above this resistance. You ended up tagging the highs beautifully. I don't know if anyone got in the longs yesterday, if anyone got back in, but ended up having a beautiful move yesterday. Then you kind of broke out pre-New York here, 12.15, had an aggressive pullback, and then continued breaking higher. So I didn't really get any trades yesterday in New York. I was kind of happy to just trade this London and enjoy the rest of the day. But yeah, our direction on London was perfect yesterday again. Our liquidity levels and direction has been absolutely spot on this week. So for you guys who are here for signals, well, go back and watch the streams, because I've literally called hundreds of ticks this week on gold. Hundreds of ticks. Hundreds of ticks using very, very simple price action. Price action, liquidity, and understanding where price needs to go. So if you're waiting for me to press buy and sell and you can't understand the, you know, simple direction I'm given, you know, literally on Tuesday stream, I think, was it Monday bank holiday? Tuesday stream, you know, we've been calling 34.50 all week. All week we've been talking about 34.50. And that alone is literally huge, huge move. 500 tick move from 3400 up into 34.50 is 500 tick range filled beautifully. So we'll see what we get here for today, guys. We're going to wait for this London Open here on gold. I do like this squeeze high. Kind of got trend line coming down here as well. Lots of people probably trying to short here. Yes, London Open, 8 AM London time, 10 minutes. Do you trade platinum? I don't trade platinum, but if it's something you want me to break down, we can absolutely have a look. I personally only trade gold. But, you know, I'm not here to just break down gold for you guys. We can break down other markets as well. We can look at some other markets. Personally, I only execute on gold. I do know, did we actually close bullish? I know Nasdaq was having a beautiful run yesterday. Yeah, lovely dip bar on Nasdaq. Beautiful. I will break down NQ as well. Now, platinum. Let's get rid of these levels. I don't remember, this is the last time we looked at platinum. Let's get rid of this. Weekly time frame here on platinum. Oh yeah, platinum's been on an absolutely phenomenal run. Since June, you just huge breakout. Massive breakout. But they have great energy. Thank you very much for what you do. Thank you, man. I appreciate you being here. If it wasn't for you guys tuning in, we wouldn't be here. So I appreciate you guys being here. See if we get some trades for the day. Looks like a cold has gone. Yes. Yeah, I think it's actually hay fever. I don't think it was a cold. I think it was hay fever, which I haven't had in, I don't know, the whole time I've been in Australia. But since I've come back to Europe and the UK, yeah, I've had hay fever again. But yeah, we're good now. Thank you, man. We're good. Remember, guys, it is also a bank holiday on Monday as well. I believe it's Labor Day. Let me just go to, let's go calendar. Yes, we got US bank holiday on Monday, guys. So is it Labor Day? Yeah. So US bank holiday. US bank holiday. So I believe futures markets will be open for half the day, but I wouldn't recommend you guys to try and trade it. Platinum though, let's have a look here. Remember, last day until the month is going to close. It's worth having a quick look. You know, we're not here to swing trade. We're here to look for day trading opportunities, but it's worth having a look. How's your monthly forming? How's it about to close? Well, last month on Platinum, you tagged highs, closed very bearish. Now you're tagging lows and closing bullish. So Platinum's finding some decent support here. Daily time frame is extremely range bound on Platinum. You've got big resistance being formed here. You did have a nice fake out level here as well. You broke below. Tagged lows, broke straight back above, and had a lovely breakout here in August. And now you're kind of stuck in this range. I do like these. It's got some nice highs here on Platinum. Natural gas, yep, absolutely. Yeah, no stream Monday, yep, no stream on Monday. Which is actually kind of convenient because I have a friend's wedding on Sunday. So it kind of came at a good time. So Platinum, yeah, this range is, I think there's nicer opportunities in the markets right now than trying to trade Platinum, which has been in this range for the whole entire month of August. But if I had to say, you know, I do like longs into these highs here. But again, 4 hour right now is looking very bearish. So it's not your job to try and fight that. Although I think Platinum can come up into these highs. If we're closing bearish, we're closing bearish. Trade what you see, not what you think. So it's lovely buys. Look at this, tag the lows, closed bullish, right back down. So if you do want to long Platinum up into highs, well, me personally, I'd want to see a bit of a breakout. Again, personally, I think there's much nicer opportunities in the markets than Platinum right now. We've got 6 minutes till it's London Open here, guys. Let's wait for Goldie to close. But yeah, NQ ended up having a lovely breakout yesterday. NQ ended up having a beautiful breakout off the back of that news that we were waiting for. Do you think gold will come down to 34.60 before heading up? We can have a look, man. Let's have a look. So, yeah, NQ, look at this. We've been speaking about this 23.5 level. Failed to close below this level for 1, 2, 3, 4 days. It ended up breaking beautifully back higher. So similar to gold here in NQ, you've closed very bullish yesterday. Today's opened instant bottom wick. So to me, this daily candle on NQ is looking to form something like this, where this could be the bottom wick, and this candle just could continue pushing up beautifully. So to me, I would be looking for longs here on NQ. Longs up into yesterday's high. You're kind of at some pretty decent support levels right now, to be honest. Instant daily bottom wick here as well. You are finding some support here, which makes sense. So I would say, let me just clean this up a bit. We know we're at the higher time frame support. We're looking for the longs because we closed nice and bullish yesterday. We also haven't tagged the highs, so I would say intraday bullish bias here on NQ. However, I'll be waiting for a break back above this intraday resistance. So you had some end of Asia pre-London resistance being formed here. Tried to break it again, squeezing lower. You are just tagging a previous 30-minute low, so if NQ can re-break these highs here, this could look good for a long. And be risking off, if this is a true liquidity gap, you'd be risking off that. And then see if you can get a bit of a pullback here on NQ. Yeah, no stream on Monday. Yep. Labor Day on Monday. Labor Day on the first trading day of the month as well, so we do have, obviously, NFP next week. Be NFP on Friday. What else we got next week? We got PMI on Tuesday, and JOLTS job openings Wednesday. PMI on Thursday, and then NFP on Friday. So you'll have a very, very active week next week on gold for all markets. Afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, man. Good morning. I think gold will come down to 34.60. Let's have a look. 34.60. 34.60 is about here. Let's have a look. Come back down to the support. I mean, yeah, it's definitely possible. Definitely possible, man. That would kind of be the next downside level. If I was going to short gold today, yeah, I'd be wanting to pull back down into these this support from yesterday. I can see that. I think what's going to be interesting here is if this current 30 on gold can actually break this intraday support, or are we going to pull back, tag some highs before then maybe having that pullback. But yeah, I can see that, man. Nice support level that I got. Tested once. You know, if it's going to be a true support level, usually you can come down and tag it twice. So yeah, you could pull back into there. I'm wondering if that's going to be a closer to New York move. And maybe for London, maybe London pulls back, tags some highs before then, maybe New York does that. And even this pullback could potentially give us, you know, 60 ticks. But yeah, I can see that, man. I can see that. I can see that level. I can see that. But yeah, how's everyone's week been? Everyone had a good week? Well, how's everyone's August, I should say. August is typically one of my quietest of months. But to be honest, August this year for gold has actually been very good. There's been a lot of movement on gold this month. A lot of movement. You know, where do we start August? Where do we start August? Look at all this price action. We started August here. Huge move up, huge move down, huge move up. August has had a lot of volume this month. You know, what was this? Almost a 2,000 tick move up. Then you pulled back another 1,700 ticks. Then you end up ripping up another 1,200. So definitely probably one of the most active Augusts I have seen in a while. You guys have a green August, red August, learning month. No such thing as a losing month. It can always be a learning month. You can learn something. Surprisingly great for me. Nice. First payout and 2 combines passed. Amazing, man. Amazing. Amazing. First payout and 2 combines passed in August is incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Good job. You want to short it after it comes down to yesterday's support. Green month for me, up 3.5 thousand. Amazing, Sean. Amazing, man. No, I wouldn't short here. If I'm going to short gold, I would be shorting into this support. But I'm more open to actually longs today. I'm potentially looking for longs here in London, and then maybe shorts into the rest of the day. But this hourly close here is going to paint the picture. But no, I wouldn't be shorting here. I'd be maybe shorting into it. If you break this support, then I could maybe, okay, cool. If we break this support, we're probably going to come down here. It's a 70 tick range. That's a decent range. But I'll only short gold if we break to the downside. Because to me right now, gold's still looking bullish on the higher time frame. Very, very bullish. First week following along every day this week. Nice, Scott. On to a combine starter next week. Nice, man, nice. Good job, man. Good job. That's it, man. You just follow along for the, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours that we're here for, and man, you'll pick things up much quicker than, you know, trying to watch some sort of course videos or anything like that. Tune in live every day, break down the markets, see how the analysis and levels play out, and then you'll understand, okay, cool, why was I looking for longs yesterday? Why have I been looking for longs all week? So even just tuning into the streams, man, is you know, even if you're not actively trading just yet, listening in and, you know, following along and putting my analysis on and seeing how it plays out could be very, very helpful as well. And then you get the confidence that, you know, when you do get that account, you understand everything. You're more confident to actually take the trades. There's no rush in this game. You know, me and the markets are going absolutely nowhere, man. What platform do you use? This is the Topstep X platform here, man. Topstep X platform. Built in with trading view charts here. So London Open here, guys. Let's see. So you got decent hourly rejection here. There. I'm gonna actually see if I can maybe take a micro long here. I'm just gonna take a small long. Oh wow, look at that. I'm only going 2 here. I like that instant hourly bottom wick. I'll enter in more if we can break higher. Because we got resistance here. We have support here. If we can break out, I will enter in more. I'm only going 2 micros here. There was a lovely instant bottom wick there on gold. And a lovely hourly and 30-minute liquidity grab. So I'll be risking 14 ticks, like I say. If we can, it was very quick there. If you guys aren't in it, don't worry. If you break above this, we're going to enter in this properly. But to me, that was a nice hourly close. What's the strategy with XFA? Do you build a cushion first or take a payout as soon as possible? Honestly, man, it depends on how you feel mentally. You know, for some people who have been like grinding for a long time in trading and they've never seen any sort of monetary value, sometimes just taking out, you know, $500 can really help. So don't try and build up too much of a buffer and focus so much on the buffer, because then obviously otherwise you'll get to a point where you're trading the P&L, and then you never know, that losing trade or week is always right around the corner. So for me, rewarding yourself is always good. You know, the first payout doesn't have to be thousands. Even if you just take out like $500 or something, it can massively help your psychology. So for me personally, I'll maybe get my accounts to maybe 2,000 before I consider taking anything out. And then yeah, once I hit 2,000, yeah, I might take out 500 and then just kind of trade it from there. Nice squeeze here on gold. So up instant 20 plus ticks here, almost 30 ticks here. Just only 2 micros here, very small size. I'm hoping this 15 breaks out, bottlenecks, and then we get more longs, so I can enter in this forward. Yeah, I agree. All-time high getting keen. Yeah, I agree. We could easily hit all-time high soon. I agree, man. I agree. So 15-minute breakout, bottleneck here, and I'll enter in more here, guys. Let's see. Not too sure, Dossie. Not yet. I believe it's coming very soon, though, man. I believe it's coming very soon. Is Morningstar same as what Dakota calls 3-bar reversal? Yes, I believe so. I think we've talked about this before. 3-bar. I believe so. Let me see. Yeah. Here. That's what I call, yeah. So the way I like to take these trades, I'm not too sure how. I'd love to see Dakota's input on these as well, but these are one of my favorite reversal patterns on gold. The way that I enter is, as soon as I see this candle here, grab the lows and hold support, I'm buying this candle. Whereas most people will say to you, wait for this candle to close and then try and go along. For me, I'm as soon as I see this candle close, I'm anticipating the next candle is going to do something like this, so I'm buying this candle. And this is what gold absolutely loves to do. And it's kind of what gold's just done right now. You know, it kind of did it extra. You did tag lows, you held support, so I'm anticipating that this candle's going to close nice and bullish. I'm buying here, risking there, and seeing if you can push up. Gold absolutely loves them morning and evening star plays. You kind of see here yesterday, he had a beautiful one here at 12 o'clock. So once you see this candle, grab the lows, hold support. You're buying this candle, risking off these lows. You ended up having like a 100+ tick push yesterday at that 12 o'clock candle. Gold absolutely loves these, which is the same thing as when I go. I hate typing in 4x, but it gives you a better screenshot like that. Yeah, same thing. And an evening star is just the opposite. So morning star to the lows, evening star to the highs. Here, morning star, evening star. The middle candle is what is important there, because the middle candle is what I refer to as the liquidity grab. Very quick entry there. If you guys aren't in this Zoom, guys, don't worry. I think we're gonna get better entry here. There's a very, very quick flip. And the reason I took it is because you just grab lows, held support, and I'm looking for longs here. And I think this 4-hour on the currency has the potential to break much higher. Well, wait there, let me just... To me, this currency could... this daily could flip bullish and come all the way up into these daily highs. And to me, the risk reward makes sense. Like I say, I'm only in this for 2 micros. I will take more on a first 15-minute closure of the London session. London Open, I should say. So yeah, 3-bar reversal is just, yeah, same thing. 3-bar reversal, morning star, same thing. But the best way to trade them is to not wait for that third candle to close. You can kind of see here. Look at this perfect evening star here. Look at this. Close bullish, tag the highs, held resistance. So what are you doing here? Well, as soon as you see this middle, it's kind of closed bullish. You want to see it close more bearish, but what you're doing is, you know, you're shorting here, anticipating that this evening star is going to hold. Then you're looking for shorts if you have reason to go short. The blessed places to take these trades. Same as yesterday. You know, we took this one yesterday. See here, a 15-minute morning star. came down, tagged the lows, held support. So we're buying this candle, anticipating that this is going to push up. But yesterday we couldn't quite push up. But that is exactly what we did yesterday. It's also the exact same thing we did on Monday as well. Where was Monday's trade? Sorry, Tuesday's trade. Did I delete it? So we took, there was obviously a bank holiday on Monday. We took the Morningstar play on Tuesday in London on the 15-minute. Here, look at that. Rejected, tagged the lows, waits all the way back above, holding the support. So you're buying this 8:30 candle, anticipating that these lows are going to hold, and you're going to have this push up. So again, we took that one here on Tuesday. We took about like 55 ticks or something. Had a nice look at this beautiful one here as well. Look at that, lovely, lovely one there yesterday. Beautiful, beautiful. That one yesterday as well. Didn't quite play out, but it was still nice. Lovely here one yesterday into New York session on the 15-minute. Again, look at this again. Morningstar, Morningstar. You're taking the Morningstars because we're looking for longs. Gold holding this resistance here, guys. The reason I'm break even is because you're back at this range. You're playing from here to here. So to me, it's a good place to manage. What do we hit highs of? We hit highs of about 30 ticks there. Very grateful for the content and YouTube streams. Taking a patient approach and not second guessing the market has saved me a lot of money. Amazing, man. That's what we love to hear. Do you have a mentorship group? I have the Traders Club, yeah. I have the Traders Club. You can see it on my YouTube channel, but keep tuning into these free YouTube live streams, man. You'll learn a lot here as well, so appreciate you tuning in. Time frame using, check the morning stars. All of them, to be honest, man. The higher the time frame, the better. You know, if I can spot a potential, you know, say if the 4 hours just closed, and let's say the 4 hour, you know, has just previous 4 hours like this, and then this next 4 hours just come down, tagged lows and held support, or even into this 4 hour, I'm looking for some big longs. I could take it on the hourly. Like I say, the higher the time frame, the better. So it's kind of what I'm trying to do right now on the 4 hour. I'm anticipating that we're tagging 4 hour lows. This 4 hour is going to close holding the support. The next 4 hours is going to bottom wick, and then we're going to get this nice long up into this daily open price and much higher. So you kind of see I'm taking a 4 hour one here right now. Kind of an hourly. It's not the cleanest, but you did grab all those hold support, so kind of like an hourly one as well. And then sometimes you can drop down and find them even lower if you want to. I think the best time frame to trade them is probably the hourly and 30-minute. But there's no right or wrong answer to that. It depends on which time frame you want to trade and which time frame you've, you know, found the trade based off. Sometimes I'll look at the 15, and the 15 might look a little bit messy. So then I'll go get off the 15 and look at the 30 instead and see how that looks. What are we looking at here? There's no sort of right or wrong way to it. You know, the worst time frame to try and find them off is the 5 minute. You get too chopped up on the 5 minute. Don't focus on the 5 minute. Focus on trying to spot a morning star on like the 30 minute or the hourly. Actually, I actually have a better explanation. Let me show you. If I get break even here, I will show you. I have a good example on how you want to trade these. And they, like I say, they work very well on gold, and they have worked for a long time. And the reason they work so well is because usually the middle candle is our liquidity grab, and that's what stops most people out. So it's not looking like we're going to get that 15 closure above here. We may come down and test the lows a little bit. The 30-minute wicked up, tagged previous 30-minute highs, held the resistance, so to me it's a good place to manage. Because you could tag these highs and have a bit of a rollover. So let's see. Like I said, we've got the first 15-minute close, the London session coming in. If we tag these highs and close bearish, there's the potential for shorts here. So I am open to shorts. Reason for break even, like I say. The reversal points are above these previous high levels. This could be a liquidity grab with the previous 32. Push lower. Now what do we do here? We tag 30 highs, previous 30 highs, and then we push lower. So could we be tagging the 30 highs to push lower? Maybe. That's why break even here makes sense. I react to the fact that price is holding support and grabbing lows. I'll take the longs. But as soon as we tag the highs, no emotions, no, I really want price to push up. I hope price goes up. No, we're back at resistance. We're back at 30 highs. Manage your risk. Trade what you see, not what you think. Regardless of if I'm in long and I want price to go up. What I want and what are going to happen are two very different things. If we're tagging highs and holding resistance, As much as I would love to see this go up, unfortunately, the markets don't care about what we want. So you have to stay very reactive. Doesn't matter if you're in long or short. Always try and see the markets from that neutral perspective. Yeah, market order. Yeah. This was a market order based off that hourly close. I'm only in for 2 micros because I want to see this 15 actually break out before I enter in more. But it's not looking like we're going to break out, so let's see. We got 3 minutes here. I used to make it very difficult for myself. They got out break even there, guys. Minus 48 cent there. You got some serious revenge trading to do. I used to make it very difficult for myself, but now I mostly trade 4-hour engulfing bar candles. Nice. And it has been amazing results. Patience is the key, and it makes me feel better. That's amazing, man. That's amazing. Patience pays, man. Patience is important in trading. Like I said to you guys, you get good at reading the higher time frame, you will have a much easier time trading the lower time frame. So I'm at a break even there, guys. If we do close back above here on the 15, you know, I will take this at full size. But I kind of want to see us break out a bit here. Let's see if managing was a good reason or not. There's a public holiday in the US. Is there still enough liquidity to trade the UK session? Sometimes, Joe. Sometimes it can be good, and sometimes it can be completely slow that you wonder why you trade it. Yes, lower down the volume. The music. Is it the background music? I can lower it down. So, yeah, when it's let me turn it down a little bit. I think it's because it's coming through my mic as well. Let me. Yeah, the thing is with bank holidays is, I mean, yeah, sometimes you can get good London moves even on a US bank holiday, but sometimes it can also just do completely nothing. So it's one of them, you know, it's one of them trades where if you do take a trade on a bank holiday and it does nothing, you can't get pissed off and frustrated at the markets, because that's what most people do. Most people say to themselves, you know what, I'm not going to trade bank holiday. They end up trading the bank holiday, price does nothing, and they go, oh, I knew I shouldn't have traded today, and then they end up going on tilt. But then again, you can't, then if London has a big move, you can't look at the big move and go, oh, I should have traded today. There's no guesswork. You know, does it make sense to trade a bank holiday? Yes or no? Is it long-term profitable for me to trade a bank holiday? There's no, like, you know, there's no guesswork in this game. Hi guys, good morning, man. Good morning. No, Asia has some massive moves on bank holidays. Yeah, that's the thing. You can, you know, yes, you know, if you want to watch it at reduced size because you know you have the day off and you want to still get in the chart time. You know, I'm not saying don't trade. Just yeah, like, you know, if you're usually trading funded accounts, you know, maybe trade a combine, for example. But just reduce your expectations. If it doesn't really do that much, you know, you can't be frustrated at the markets. If it ends up having a nice move, but you just took on a combine, you also have to be happy with that. You can't then say to yourself, damn, you know, I should have taken this on my funded account. It's like, no, if you planned that it could be quiet and you want to trade a combine, amazing. Yeah, Asia can have some big moves. Asia can. We got first 15 minutes of the London session coming up here, guys. We're tagging the highs, we're failing to close above, so to me it's a good management there. We're out of this trade. I'm just seeing how it would have gone if we didn't have managed. But to be honest, if we didn't have managed and it closes like this, I'd be cutting this at break even anyway. If this 15 closes bearish, to be honest, it makes me wonder if we're going to actually squeeze lower here. That's what I'm very neutral here to. So, good break even there, guys. We hit a pretty decent... what do we hit? A pretty decent... it's like a quick 1 to 2 risk reward there. Not worth me securing because I believe we're going to come higher. But absolutely worth managing the trade. So, yeah, Shane is not going to be happy. Where's Shane? Are you still here, Shane? Shane is not going to be happy. Where is he? Are you still with us, Shane? No, I don't know who he's gone. Shane's disappeared. Shane's not happy. Like, yeah, 30-minute tagging highs, close bearish. There's a potential for gold to have a little bit of a potential squeeze here. Let's see. But yeah, I agree. It is in a bit of a range. That's why I was kind of managing. You know, you got hourly resistance here. You got hourly support here. I think we're going to get a bit of a sell-off here, though. Again, this could be shaping up for what? A 15-minute evening star. Came up, tagged the highs, held resistance. So you could be shorting this, anticipating you're going to come for the lows. I'm not going to chase it just yet. It was just someone on YouTube, man. Someone on YouTube saying, does this guy actually trade? We've had a trade pretty much every day this week. Thoughts on NQ? Yep, we can have a look at NQ. Yeah, August almost over. I know, man. I know. I'm excited to get into the winter months in trading. Some of the best months in the markets. Yeah, good question. NQ to me is looking very nice for longs. NQ is looking very nice. Actually, this looks good from here. If you re-break this high, you have a decent stop. You've just came down. You've tagged the lows, closed bullish. This actually could shape up for a long here in NQ. I don't have a combine. I would take this in a combine. Let me take this on a practice just to see. Let's just do a little forward test here for a second. I'm just doing a little forward testing. Let's go see if we have a buy stop here. I kind of want to see how this would play. You just came down, tagged the lows. If you can flip bullish here, you'll be seeing if this can have a nice drive up into maybe these highs, potentially into these highs. I don't want to miss Goldie though, so let me have a look at gold here on my currency chart. 15-minute on the currency. Yeah, see 15 minute to me on the currency still looks good for longs on gold. The 15-minute did wick the highs and close bearish, but it didn't close that bearish. So I still like the long idea on gold, but not yet, not yet. Again, this is just a practice trade. Sirs. Just a practice trade. I'm just having a little forward test here and see how this would. I don't trade NQ very much, but I just kind of want to see how it would play. See if you're gonna break this range or not. He did tag the highs and held resistance, but that was a nice grab the lows. The reason I like longs here in NQ is because look at this daily. Huge rip up yesterday, bottom wick here to try and see if you can break this range. I don't trade NQ, so I'm not going to start trading on my funded accounts, but I'm just curious to see how this would play out here. So a quick look at gold again. Ooh, Goldie with the sell-off here, guys. Look at this. See, currency is nowhere near these lows. Gold back at them lows. What would you be doing if you short this 15? 16 ticks. 16 ticks. Hang on, 16 ticks is not bad, but it's not the biggest. The thing is, if we actually break these lows, could feel a bit of a decent range here. Hourly here, resistance. Let's see, NQ here, NQ, NQ. She's got some nice resistance up here. Nice support here. Yeah, you missed the Shane drama. Can't believe how easy it is for you to change from one chart to the other and immediately know what's happening. And I guess it's just chart time, man. Just just knowing what you want to see on the higher time frame. So when you quickly just flick on, you kind of know what you tag lows, you close bullish. You did tag the highs. Yeah, it's just I guess when you've stared at these charts for hours on hours for the past 7 years, you do kind of just get an eye for it. Oh, maybe not here on NQ. There's an outlook on NQ. Oh, tag the highs. Yeah, no, I don't like this NQ trade. See, if I was in this NQ trade, I'd probably be looking to close soon. I wouldn't be risking off there. Still got a while to go. Hey, hopefully you do it quicker than 7 years, man. That's for sure. But it's just, yeah, like I said, it's just chart time, man. Just seeing the same things happen over and over again. Knowing what you want to see and what's happening. Let me see here. Yeah, NQ's in a bit of a range. I do like the longs on NQ. But you are in a little bit of a range. So if you were buying this range, if this 15 doesn't actually break out here, you'd want to be managing. But I do like, yeah, overall today, how can I look at a clean chart? Let's go MNQ, just look at clean chart here. I do like these NQ longs. You know, yesterday you had that beautiful breakout. Today you're coming down for that instant bottom wick. So you're basically kind of, to me, I'm looking at this going, okay, cool, this looks like a bottom wick retesting before you end up flipping back bullish and coming much higher. And then this move that we're seeing right now is this part of this daily candle. So to me, that's what it looks like. It looks like this right now is this wick here. That's to me what it looks like. The lovely breakout yesterday. You held that 23.5 level that we've been speaking about all week. I'm trying to break it. But it looks like this morning you are in a little bit of a range. Tag the lows, close bullish, but you did also tag the highs. So you got liquidity's been taken at the highs. It's also been taken at the lows. So if I was in this, I'd be risking off that 15 low. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, man. Seeing you waiting for your setup helped me a lot to be profitable. Amazing, man. Reduced size too, so thanks, man. That's amazing to hear, man. Good job. Beautiful work. That's it. You have your plan and you trade your plan. You know your plan works and you follow it. You don't jump in random trades. Random trades equals random results. And random results and random trades is why people go round and round in circles for so long. Because they see this and they go, oh, should I go short? Should I go long? Well, what does your plan tell you to do? And if you don't know that, then you need a trading plan. If you don't have a trading plan, then you shouldn't be jumping in these markets just yet. Or maybe you're still building your trading plan, which is good. But if you're still building your trading plan, then you must be, you know, journaling and analyzing everything that you do. For me, my trading plan tells me if I should be in short right now. Or if I should be in long here. My plan gave me a reason to go long here. We hit highs of about 20 plus ticks, but then it also told me I should go break even here. So to me, I've executed my plan, my entry plan, and I've also followed my risk management plan. There's no guesswork in this game. Trading's not, you know, oh, should I give this trade a go? Should I manage my risk here? It's like, no, what does your plan tell you to do? Because that's what we're here to do. But I say to you guys, you know, keep tuning into these YouTube live streams. If I had someone to tune into every single day, 7 years ago, I'd be way further ahead than what I am now. So it took me over 2 years to gain any sort of consistency. Well, if you guys have the amazing people that tune into Topstep TV here, you guys will hopefully speed up your journey much quicker. And you will find your own trading plan that suits you sooner, hopefully. It took me a while to figure out, you know, what made the most sense to me. And my trading plan or someone else's trading plan, you know, might not work for you, and that's okay. But you got to kind of test the markets and see what you like. So if I was actually in this NQ trade, guys, I'd be risking off this 15 low. I wouldn't want to see this 15 come down for a new low. So if this was the same way I'd be trading gold, I would be risking off this low here. Because if this 15 comes down to create a new low in the last 5 minutes here, well, you're probably just going to come down lower anyway. Well, looks like you might squeeze it. What's your main plan for trading the markets? What is your must-have to get into a position? For me, the biggest thing is liquidity. Understanding liquidity and where price needs to go is the most important part of the plan. Switch to ticks. If you just go here, charts and data, chart value display. You can do dollars, ticks, percent, or points. I like to do ticks. That's how I like to measure gold when I'm trading gold. Some people like to do points, but for me trading gold, I like to do ticks. Changing it from dollar to ticks hopefully helps you just to not be so focused on the P&L. So it's a good practice trade here, guys. The reason I want to take this to practice, I don't trade NQ very often, but to me this is looking nice. So NQ's out there. So you'd be out of NQ right there. So for NQ, you would want to be waiting for closure above or below. I like the longs here in NQ, but look at this choppy range. Let's go back to the main account here. What do you think about a VWAP? I have it on my charts. It seems to get respected pretty well. It's I would say for me personally, it's kind of like, you know, the icing on the cake. You have all your other analysis, and the VWAP might be like the last thing that I maybe look at. It's not like something that you just buy and sell off every time it hits it. You have all your, like if I'm buying gold up into this double top today, and it lines up with the VWAP, then I might be like, okay, cool, that's probably another good confluence to maybe exit the trade at these highs. So for instance here, if this had spiked these highs here, hit that VWAP, then you can kind of analyze the trend. Like, okay, cool, you're at the VWAP, you're also at the highs, maybe that's a good exit. Personally, I don't use VWAP just to press buy and sell. But you know, again, it's another tool. If you find it helps you to look at, amazing. If you find you maybe rely on it a bit too much, keep it clean. I used to have a lot of moving averages on my charts, but I cleaned it all up because I felt like I was relying on them too much, and it was kind of confusing me from just pure price action. Can we have a look at ES? Yeah, absolutely, man. We can have a look at ES. Definitely, I know ES is hitting some all-time highs. So this is, again, analysis from yesterday, guys, is ES. We said ES, what are we going to do? Who remembers what we said yesterday about ES? This literally played out perfectly. We said yesterday, a lot of people will be shorting here on ES, where they set their stops right above these highs. So what does price do? Comes down, brings in a lot of sellers, and then comes right back to the highs. So ES tagged the highs perfectly yesterday. You guys can see the beautiful arrow here tool as well. I didn't short that. We said that's exactly what you don't want to do. But you want to be looking for long opportunities up into that. There was actually very nice buys here at 4 o'clock London time. Once you broke below the support, broke right back above. Beautiful fake out buys up into that liquidity level. So ES is at all-time highs. Daily time frame here. Again, you're closing nice and bullish. It's going to be interesting to see if we actually fake out today or if we hold back above. Remember, it's the last trading day of the month as well, guys. If today ends up, for whatever reason, closing right back below, then that monthly is going to be holding all-time high resistance. And it could even be closing back below this low here. But in terms of trading, what we see and not what might happen, we tagged lows, closed bullish. We've continued pushing higher. So same as NQ. Personally, I'd be wanting to see if you can find some support down below these 4-hour lows for longs. Let me just have a quick look at gold. Yeah, gold's still going to get a pretty decent bearish closure here on gold, guys. So yeah, I'd be looking for longs on ES. But again, not yet. See, this is looking more bearish than NQ. You just broke this support, intraday support, 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 support. You just broken it, you've held it, you're squeezing lower. Personally, you could say, well, should I sell it then? Well, for me personally, you're shorting right into major support. So this would be my kind of no trade range in here. However, if you can close back above, you could get some nice longs up in some Asia highs. Nice evening star there as well. Yeah, beautiful targets above. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Where's the background music gone? Have we lost it? There we go. So yeah, I wouldn't trade in this range, but if you can get back above, great. You can see if ES continue pushing higher. Goldie. There is a moth flying in my face, which I'd rather not do that. I'd rather we don't do that. 30-minute close coming up in 20 seconds here, guys. 30 minutes tagging the highs and closing bearish. But the currency chart is right at these lows. So now we actually know talking about these lows before. I wouldn't be shorting this in the futures because the currency is pretty much already there. So if I show you guys this currency chart, let me see. I mean, it's nice, you did tag the highs and close nice and bearish. But look where the currency chart is. Currency is kind of pretty much just, back at this major support, which the futures is nowhere near, but the currency is pretty much there. So if you were shorting this 30-minute flip right now, that again has an instant bottom wick, I would be skeptical of this level. You kind of have support here, you have resistance. Hourly's not quite closed above or below just yet, so do I want to sell right at support? Not really. Not really. Do you mainly trade breakouts of support and resistance and key levels? I don't really trade breakouts. I trade more so fakeouts and liquidity trades. I don't just take a breakout because it's a breakout. You know, I might take a breakout because I have clear liquidity targets. To me, trying to just take breakouts on gold doesn't really work that well. You have to have reasons for taking a breakout, like you might have a daily liquidity level or a 4-hour high or low that you want to be targeting. I prefer to take my fake out trades are probably my favorite. My fake out trades, you know, here we close bearish, tag the lows and close right back bullish. I prefer the fake outs on gold. You can kind of see how many he had here. He had another one here, close bearish, tag the lows, close bullish, another fake out, lovely push, fake out, lovely push. Yeah, fake outs are to be very, very nice. Yeah, I agree, man. Worth waiting for the fake out, absolutely. Do you ever look at the DAX? I don't, personally, man. I don't. I know a lot of people who do, but I can't trade it here on Topstep, so it's not really something I've ever focused on. Gold, alright, this is not, no, let's not do this. Gold is, more than enough for me. If it ever became available on Topstep, I would definitely like to look at it more. I do have a lot of friends, and I believe D trades it a lot as well. I do see people trading it pretty well. And it's one of them where you're like kind of almost guaranteed good volume at the London Open. Whereas sometimes gold might be, not always guaranteed volume on them. So I'd watch it more if it ever became available on Topstep. Let's get rid of these. But right now I don't, I don't actively trade it, so I don't watch it. Hey, Aaron, I'm very new to trading, so I'm a bit of a rookie. It's all good, man. Ask away. I know VWAP isn't important to the plan, but for knowledge purposes, if you are above VWAP, good confluence for longs, or if you are below, good confluence for shorts. I mean, it can be, but again, this is why I wouldn't really focus on it, because you wouldn't want to not take longs here just because you're not above VWAP. You know, you're still at massive support, and if you end up missing a trade just because you're below VWAP, then you're gonna miss a lot of these fake out trades. I wouldn't really use it like that personally. I honestly wouldn't even look at it. If you guys honestly just don't even put it on chart. I don't even really look at it. I just have it on here, but I never really look at it. I never really care about it. But I mean, some people can say, you know, as long as you're above it, I'm going to go below long, and as long as I'm below, I'm going to go short. Personally, I think you'll miss out on a lot of trades if you do that. Yeah, price action is the key, man. Absolutely. Honestly, I would just delete it from your charts. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't, like, if this is grabbing lows and holding support, like the longs here I took at the London Open, you know, you can always buy up into the VWAP as well. So you can buy into it, or you can sell below it, or you can trade above it. So you can kind of do it both ways. So you'll end up just getting confused. But I would, and there's a reason I have it faded so low as well, because I just want to keep it like very brief in the background, so I kind of see where it is. But again, I don't base any trades of it, and I don't recommend you guys to either. Get the pure price action down before you start adding it on. Why do I not trade NQ? I don't trade New York very often. I mainly focus on London. So, if I'm going to trade New York, I don't want to. If I'm going to trade NQ, I don't want to trade NQ in London and be like, oh, there might be volume. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes you get good moves on NQ in London, but I don't want to trade a market where it's like there might be volume. If I'm going to trade NQ, it makes sense to trade it in after the New York Open, which I don't really trade NQ. So, to me, gold gives me more than enough opportunities. I don't really have to worry about it too much. Sometimes I do like to break it down and we call some good moves. But it doesn't give me anything that gold doesn't already give me. I personally find gold moves cleaner in the London session for the way that we trade. If I just traded New York, you know, maybe I'd focus on like ES a little bit more. But here in London, gold gives us enough today. So we're finding some support here, guys. Like I say, if we break back above, cool. We got longs up into these guys here in this daily open price. I'm not shorting gold here. I don't like these. I don't like these shorts here personally. You're shorting right into support, which to me makes no sense. So, although you did grab highs and close bearish, I don't just short just because of that. We're still at support. Yeah, good exit on that. Yeah, just a little practice one, but it would have been a good exit as well. Just kind of look, tag the highs, tag the lows. But if you do, so I'd say closures back above here on NQ. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Look at that. Now NQ's getting some volume. It's listening to us. Break back above here at NQ, and you could get these longs. NQ getting some volume. Let's see if gold can catch some volume here as well. Breakout on gold, and I do like these longs here, guys, but nothing too much happened here. Kind of working with this small range here. Look at this hourly time frame. Since 5 AM, we've kind of been stuck in this little area. We got time. We got time. Hey, he must be. He must have listened to us. He controls the algorithm, man. Absolutely. But these the 30-minute fake out buys from here would be actually beautiful. I would love to see 30-minute fake out buys. Just gonna stick my phone on charge, guys. 2 seconds. Hello. There's a dog in the room. I'm trying to get some gold signals. Could you have a look at silver? Yeah, absolutely. We can have a look at silver, definitely. Give me 2 seconds, guys. Silver. Yes, silver was again, Shane. Silver was an absolutely beautiful call this week as well. Is it a golden retriever? There is a golden retriever here, but there is also a It's not my dog. I can't remember what breed she is. So I don't actually know. Yeah, silver was amazing this week. You guys who trade silver, we called these amazing longs this week. I've never traded either. I don't trade silver, but it looks like it follows pretty similar characteristics to gold. You know, we came down, we tagged the lows, we came up for all these highs. We called all of these liquidity levels, I think, on Tuesday, maybe. Yeah, ended up having a beautiful run here. So silver was the play this week, same as gold. Silver and gold. I think silver is probably nicer actually. Silver was the play. In terms of what could you see for silver today, same as gold. You know, you're looking same as NQ, trying to hold some support here and see if this daily can flip back bullish and come up back into 40. Yeah, 30 minutes ground silver. Yeah, it was we had some. Again, like I said when I was calling these levels on silver, it would be more of a swing trade, not a day trade, because you kind of would have been buying maybe here at the 27th, and you would have been exiting like the next day. So it would be more of a swing trade you kind of hold on a personal. But again, even day trading, you still could have got a very decent part of this move. These were the liquidity sales that we spoke about before it even played out, and it was very nice. So if you got that, Shane, good job, man. Very nice. Have you ever came across a ticker that didn't respect our strategy? No, not really, man. I feel like pretty much all markets do that these days. Like, they all come up for the liquidity guys before having the real move. Like, you know, silver, NQ, ES, all of the currencies, they kind of all do it, to be honest. Do you stick to high time frame charts on gold? For analysis, yes. For execution, no. I will execute off like a 5 or a 15. But analysis and direction is based off the high time frame. Look at this on gold. We could actually get some nice trades here soon. Silver full contract, 25 a move. Yeah, that's a lot. Need a concrete stomach for it. Yeah, that is a lot. That's over double gold. No, gold's not really as time based as all markets. Gold's more so based on price and where it is. Yeah, I could consider this 50-minute fake out, man. I mean, 30-minute did tag the highs and close bearish, but yeah, I could consider this fake out. If we close bullish above this previous high, yeah, I think it could be worth a shot. Because this trade's mainly based off this hourly time frame. Tagging lows and seeing if we get in these longs. It's also more so based off the 4 hour here as well. So if we actually close nice and bullish here, maybe above this 15 high, or if we don't close above the high but we close above here, bottom wick, yeah, I would give this a shot. I'd be happy to give this a shot. Currency chart, 30-minute, tagged the lows as well. You didn't on the futures, but you did on the currency. Hourly time frame, rejecting the lows. 4 hourly, probably going to close like a nice morning start again. It may be closer to 10 AM. We'll see. But yeah, to me, currency's looking good. Currency's looking good. Futures is looking good. 15 close coming up in 4 minutes. 3 minutes, sorry. We may get some longs here. See, 15 on the currency is completely different. But yeah, this could be nice. Bottom wick on the next 15 and make it this a shot. Remember, you'd want to reduce the risk because we are still in a higher time frame range. But to me, you know, 5 micros, 3 micros is... I'd rather have something than nothing. Just curious, do you usually trade through news? If I have a swing position on, yes. Depending on where it is. Day trading, no. I won't trade through news, man. I would ideally be out before the news, and I'd probably wait, again, depending on how high impactful it is, I'll probably wait at least like half an hour after the news. Because you can run into slippage and you can end up losing way more than you anticipated, so personally not. Get a nice 2 minutes to this 15 is going to close it, guys. This could be a very nice fake out here. We're anticipating a 30-minute fake out. We're anticipating the Audi's going to flip bullish and drive into these highs. So 2 minutes. I'm going to give this a shot. Don't rip too much of the Goldie. Bottom wick on the next 15, and we'll see if we can get these longs here. So back at that resistance, there's a very nice push. Right, again, this is the reason I said I wasn't shorting that 30-minute closure. This is the exact reason I said I'm not shorting gold. How many people do you think tried to short this 30-minute and now getting squeezed out? Why did I not short the 30-minute? Well, we said high time frame support. Why would I short a 30-minute breakout at hourly support? Doesn't make sense. People see that 30-minute breakout and they go, oh cool, I'm going to jump in a big short here. Completely forgetting the higher time frame bias is bullish. And the lower time frame is purely for execution. So if my higher time frame bias is bullish, shorting a 30-minute closure below support makes no sense. You're selling right at support. So if we now close back above here and give a nice bottom wick in 1 minute, this could be nice. Stops will be about 15 ticks. See, the ranges are quite small here. 15 to make potentially 50. Yeah, what I see, makes me FOMO long. I want to enter now. Yeah, I can see that. But it's also like, if we enter in long here, well, the market's not just going to open and just rip. It's going to open, it's going to come down for that bottom wick, like all of these candles have top and bottom wicks, and then it's going to push. But this 15 candle closure is what is going to be actually that confirms the move, if not 30-minute closure. And like I said, I think that's why everyone gets such good backtesting results and such poor live testing results, because when you're backtesting, you're taking trades based off candle closures. So for me, candle closures are absolute key. So it's like, I could chase this now, but the likelihood is the next 15 is going to pull back, give us a bottom wick, and then go higher. So I could just enter off the bottom wick and get a nice entry and a more confirmed move. Closures are key. Closures are key. 10 seconds here, guys. Bottom wick, and we'll see if we get longs here. Manage aggressively because this 30-minute hasn't confirmed the fake out just yet. Yeah, it'd be fantastic. A little bit of a bottom wick here, gold. A little bit more. Longs here on NQ. No, sir. NQ is breaking lower. Tagging highs, you're breaking lower. This is the level on Q. If you break back above that, great. You could have longs. Trade what you see, not what you think. NQ's pushing down. If NQ's pushing down, NQ's pushing down. Don't try and fight it. So I want to see gold have a little bit of a pullback from here, guys. I'm not going to chase it from here. If we don't pull back in the 15 pushes, well, that's fine. Then you've got a 30-minute fake out play. And you may have the longs from 9 until like 11. I've only got about another 10 minutes here, unfortunately, guys. I'm heading back home today, so I do have to back up and head to the airport soon. Then next week, guys, we're fully set up in Europe and set up for the next good couple of months. So I'm looking forward to having a proper base again. But use Zoom because I'll try and update on the go today. I've got a decent amount of time to spare on the train and airport, so if we do get these plays, I'll be probably taking it and letting it run on the go. Yeah, next week 2 hours session of day. Let's go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Easy. Could it give us a bottom wick here, Goldie? Like I said, guys, even if this 30 breaks out, well, guess what? That's still going to be confirmed on the hourly. Hourly hasn't broke out yet, so don't think you've missed it. The hourly is still not broken out. Still could come down for a bottom wick at 9 AM before then giving you that push. There we go. We got time here, guys. Always zoom out. You trade on phone. Not really, to be honest, but I don't really like to. Sometimes I'll enter a personal swing position on my phone that I can maybe check on the next couple of hours. A day trade here on Topstep now, I personally don't really like to. Where is home now? I'm heading to Europe for 4 months, man. So going to be set up in Spain for quite some time. But in terms of where's home, I don't actually have a home, which is kind of crazy. Home, I mean, when I say I'm going back home, I mean I'm going back to see family for a friend's wedding on Sunday. And then I'm meeting partner and dog in Europe. But we got to find a new home. The homeless professional trader. From homeless to trader. This will be my new YouTube video. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Yeah, pretty much so, yeah. Wherever I've been for the past 2 weeks, yeah. Owlie's not looking the best here, guys. I think you may be safer waiting for that 9 AM candle closure. 2 seconds zoom, guys. So I do have to shoot off a little bit early, guys, so I'm going to shoot off here. You know, I'm happy with the break even. I don't know if you guys heard that dog snoring. Happy with the break even. I do still like these longs, guys. I like longs up into 78s. But I think the most logical trade here is to wait for that 9 AM candle close. But unfortunately, I have to pack and head on a train. So I won't be able to stick around. But what I am going to do is wait for this hourly to close. See if you can actually close bullish. Maybe get back above these levels. And then give longs another try. So for me, it's a good break even here this morning. You know, we hit over 25 plus ticks. Manage the risk well, and then we'll see what we get for the rest of the day. Remember, guys, it is also the final trading day of the month as well, so don't force it, don't ruin what has been a great month. And I'll see you guys same time again next week. We'll absolutely do it all over again. So have a good long weekend, guys. Remember, it's Labor Day on Monday, and I'll see you guys bright and early next week. Trade safe, guys. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.